All right, so for this example, we are going to be looking at some of the things that you'd be asked on the Excel exam. And so it's just a general improving your skill sets and workflow at Excel. For the first task, we're going to navigate to a cell or range or anything like that. The way you're going to do that is you're going to go to this area over here, and then you drop it down. So we already have, let's say we're going to the total range over here. And if you want to highlight the entire table one, that's going to do that. But we're going to stick to total. And then we're going to go ahead and delete the cell, the contents on the cell. And the way you can do that, you can either right click on it and hit clear contents, or you could go back, you could just delete it with your keyboard and that works. The third thing we're going to be doing is change the number format of the total column over here. And the way you want to do that is press the first cell, and just to do it real quick, you can do Control Shift down, and it's going to highlight all of those values. And then we're going to decrease the decimal over here. And the easiest way to do that is you're going to be in the Home tab, and if you go to your number options over here, and click here, you can see it says decrease decimal. So you can just click on it 2 times and it's gonna change that number formatting. There's a longer way to do this, but that is the easiest way. The next, we are going to be removing a table row. And if it says remove the table row, you don't want to just, let's say, want to delete this one over here. You don't want to just click the entire row, because that would delete everything outside of the table also. But instead, if you click like, let's say it's this row, and you click on any of those cells, and you right click on it, and then you go to delete over here, it's asking you if you want to delete the columns or you want to delete the rows. So we just do table rows. That way, the inside of the table is being deleted, but nothing outside. As you can see, this didn't move up, so nothing outside got deleted. The next thing we are going to do is we're going to be using a simple function first, and that's going to be average. So you're going to type in our cell M5 over here and type equals average, and then you're going to highlight this over here, Control Shift down, and then we're going to hit enter. And then if the task is not asking you to change the decimals over here, just leave it as it is, just in case, because if they don't ask you to do it, then you might get taken points off for doing it. Then the next thing we are doing is we're going to be working with more of a complicated function. That's going to be concat. And let's say we want to create an email for each employee that is their first name at patreon.com. And the way you want to do that is type in equals concat, and don't use that concatenate function because that's not being used anymore. So concat, and then your first text is going to be first name. And since this is the table, this is already going to be like this, but if not, we're just going to have to drag it down. This is just going to autofill. And then your second text is going to be add, oh, sorry, we have to use quotation marks every time you're adding like a text. If it's numbers, then it doesn't really matter. But we're doing a text, so add Patreon, and then close quotation marks and hit enter, and it's going to autofill. And as you can see, all of those have the at patreon.com at the end and the first name at the beginning. Now, the next thing we are going to do is remove the table. So, and this is kind of funny, but what this is meaning is that we want to keep the table, but want to convert it to a range. And you can just click anywhere on the table and go to table options, over here, table define tab. And then over here in tools, you're going to click convert to range. And it's going to ask you if you're sure that you want to convert the table to normal range. And you click yes. So as you can see, you go here now, you're not going to have table 1 because we deleted it. And then lastly, we are going to freeze some rows. So let's say it says that use a function to make the first 5 rows visible. Well, we're just moving through the Excel sheet. The way you want to do that is you actually want to click on the rows after that one. So in this case, let's say we want to keep the first 5 rows. So we're going to click on row 6. If we wanted to keep this entire thing, like when we move it over there, like this way, we want this to stay, then we would click on cell C6, or you can click here. That way this shows too. Sorry, if you click here, this is going to show, and this is going to show. So everything above that and everything to the left of this. But if you click here, it's only going to be this part over here, and then this entire thing. So let's say it's only the first 5 rows. We're going to click on row 6, and then you're going to go to view tab, and then over here, you're going to click on freeze panes. Okay. And now if we scroll down, as you can see, that is staying. So it's not, we can still see that it says first name, last name, email, and all the other information. It's not actually changing when we scroll down.